Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping each other on this journey. And so I do a Divine Love Crystal Grid, which is all based around the forest lovers who are entwined together for eternity around the oak tree. And I was going to set up for me and my twin to come into our reunion on the Lionsgate last year. And then a few months after that, I was guided to then put it out to everyone. Basically, I did a healing for Hazel from Illumined Souls. And then she said I should do a channel, and then that's what happened. So it just shows how people help you on your journey. Today's, I also do healing, so using Holy Fire Reiki and Karuna Reiki, and I can connect to your souls and get you the messages that your souls want you to know to put you on your highest path. And that could be anything, because I see everything like a film. And so what I wanted to share today is, it just shows how unbelievably we're being shown this journey along the way by our higher selves, and we really are like Hansel and Gretel picking these pieces up to go to find the magic house in the woods, because recently it's been very clearly about, don't forget, this is also around the bigger picture, which is actually bringing light energy to the earth to clear dense energies. And so on your journey you will experience that fear and doubt. That's a dense energy, right? So instead of saying light and dark, you just think of it as fear and doubt, right? And that's what we're here to dispel. We're here to dispel that on the planet. Now, yesterday I did a reading, a Your Story reading for a lady. And the reading was really beautiful, but very, very strongly the guidance was from the universe is that she had to be patient and she had to go within. And it was, the guidance from her twin to her was be in the here and now, as in be in your heart space, because that's where I am. And anyway, as it turns out, she wasn't very happy because it wasn't telling her what her mind wanted her to know. So her mind was basically, but the long and short of it is that she had been sending letters and contacting her twin, and he had never been responding. And she had come to the end of her tether. And then I had an email exchange with her, and I was like, you have to look at the bigger picture, because, that is the twin flame journey. Not many twin flames will respond very intermittently, because they are on their own journey and their own struggle. And that is to push you to go within, to not look at the exterior to get your validation. It's about getting the validation from within. Now, these external forces had also said that, basically she'd had other things that had happened. But as it turns out, she was actually in an abusive relationship, which is why this was coming across. She was very angry. And I was like, well, your primary aim is to get out of that abusive relationship, and really to forget about your twin flame journey in respect of you need to love and honour yourself. And by doing that, you will shine your light bright. And when you shine your light bright, that will be the time for your twin flame to come in, because the power of the universe will help you to make that happen. But it's pushing you to, because I don't condone anyone. If your twin flame is abusing you, then of course that is not your twin flame, because your twin flame will never, ever, ever hurt you, right? That they will hurt you in the sense that, if they don't respond, and you might think, but that's when you have to see beyond. I mean, my twin over the years has hardly ever responded to me, ever. But when he doesn't, his twin spirit goes crazy. He's like all over me constantly, telling me, don't look at it, don't, thinking, telling me what to do, right? And so that is why I say it's very much around this light energy. There is a battle within every single one of us between the light and the dense. And that's what you have to overcome. And self-love is the absolute key. Self-love, honour yourself, right? That is your primary goal on this journey. And my heart goes out to that girl because, you know, let everyone have the intent for that girl to get out of that relationship and go on her path to her own love and light within her. Because that is, you know, it really upset me because I just thought that's so, you know, but you can't look to your twin. That's the thing, basically. You cannot look to your twin's behaviour and say, oh, he's not responding, therefore he doesn't love me. Because that's just not the case. And equally, when you go to a reader, the reader will tell you, you know, the reader is seeing what they see from spirit, right? And your spirit and his spirit are together. So very often you'll be seen together because obviously you are together in spirit, right? So especially if you're a true twin flame. But anyway, so it just shows how very, very tied in and closely linked we are, because shortly after that, somebody then sent me a link to an article that's been written by a lady, I think Gangster Goddess or something, who has done an article about her twin flame journey. I'll put the link into the description box. But yet again, it's all about the, you know, the journey that she went through and the fact that he hardly ever responded and all of this stuff. And, you know, the normal, typical twin flame journey, basically. But it pushes you to see beyond what the eyes can see to what the heart feels. So that's the first thing. So everyone, please have the intent for that girl to, or lady, to come out of that relationship and have her to go on her path to love and honour herself. Okay. Now, the next message is, again, totally in line with that about the twin flame journey, because somebody has just joined the Crystal Grid, and she says, I wanted to send you this email because something really interesting just happened. I've been dying to get my rose quartz in the mail after joining the grid a few days ago. I follow your videos and other twin flame channels daily. I love your channel because music has always been a part of my life, and sometimes it's nice to listen to songs that keep you going, especially during a journey like this. I had a reading done yesterday by Hip Hop Tarot on YouTube, and I can't tell you how beautiful it was. It basically told me how mirrored my twin and I actually are, and that the intensity of our feelings are the same. We both want this union. It's just a matter of divine timing, and allowing my twin to figure out a way to communicate his truths with me without worrying what I might say. She also mentioned how he is waiting for me to make a move, because I've always been the person to do it before. I felt extremely confused and almost to the point of giving up until she shared her message to me, and then I felt hopeful. It's always been a cat and mouse game with my twin, neither one wanting to put their guard down because we would rather be ahead than fall behind. Something told me to reach out to my twin after my reading, so I did, but no response. This confused me again. Then I saw your video this morning and asking ourselves, what do you think is stopping your union within myself and your twin? And I kept repeating it out loud until I fell into a vivid dream state. Throughout my journey, I have found that most of the answers have come to me through angel numbers and vivid dreams. I dreamt of my twin and what felt like past lives we've both had. There was a cloud of negativity and what felt like a lot of karmic debt being released within the dreams. I woke up feeling so refreshed and lighter. Later throughout the day, I kept seeing sequences of numbers that resonate with me. 111s, 222s, 444s, yada yada. And catching mirrored images on my cell phone every 10 minutes. I live in California and drive a lot, so I play this game with my angels through license plates, since they send me messages through numbers. My twin's name is only 3 letters long and extremely rare, so I always know something big is about to shift if I come across his name on a license plate. Well, out of the blue, I immediately saw a plate starting with a 6, which is his number in numerology. I saw his name next to it, and right next to it, the sequence of 142. Something told me I should look up 142, but I forgot and went on and did an errand with that car driving the opposite direction. Well, it turns out the universe was not wanting me to forget this message, because the same car found me and drove past me again. Then I knew this was a sign I needed to know. I was feeling a little confused as to social media today, which we both are added to each other, so we both see what each other posts, but he didn't respond to a friendly text last night. I started feeling infuriated and feeling like I could start my own war of cat and mouse better than him. But then his song came on at work, so I was starting to feel these emotions, and the song is called Yellow Ribbon. And we've had this song before if you've been following this channel for a while. And the only reason it caught my attention is because I heard the phrase, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. And it made me think of the grid I joined with you, and I thought to myself, no way. But when I read the lyrics, I knew it was my angels sending a message from my twin's higher self. My twin is a former Marine, so I felt this song may resonate with other twins out there. We are all in a battle of war with our 3D selves, constantly fighting off negativity and healing our inner wounds. We so badly want there to be peace and physical union, but we forget we are already with them, always in spirit. The 3D is just an illusion, and we have to remember that this journey takes time. We are twin flames for a reason. Oh, and I finally looked up the meaning of angel number 142, and there is more detail to it, but here is a piece that I feel may help other twins. Angel number 142 asks you to have faith, trust, and hope, as there is something positive, new on the horizon that you can't see yet. And so I went back to her and I said, you know, we've had that song before, thank you. And also, can I share your message? And she comes back and she says, yes, you can definitely share. By the way, my twin surprisingly reached out to me right after I sent my first email to you. And now we are laying next to each other as I type this reply to you. Well, there you go. I can't even tell you how beautiful the universe and this journey truly is. Well, there you go. I mean, and this is why, because this song, Yellow Tree Round the Old Oak Tree, basically, this is about, this is why it's so apt, because, you know, your divine counterparts are in their own emotional prison, which is why they've put themselves in their own emotional prison, because they're thinking they're not good enough and they're running away from this really deep, intense connection, which, you know, has triggered them at a soul level, but it's freaked them the fuck out, right? That's what you have to realise. And so that's why they do the running, because no wonder, I mean, it just completely smashes all of your brain cells, right? So that's why. But this song, when I was looking in the comments, of course, there's the 22, there's 27, there's, I mean, just all the way through. There's even somebody with my twin's name writing about his mum who died of cancer, which is exactly what happened to my twin. But also in it, it also is about people that are in men that are in prison that are coming out of prison, and it's also got a link to the war as well. But basically, it's about men who have put themselves in their own emotional prison, right, and are coming home. So I'm just going to read it. So it says, I'm coming home, I've done my time, and now I've got to know what it is and isn't mine. If you received my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you'll know just what to do if you still want me. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years, and do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus and forget about us. Put the blame on me if I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. But driver, please look for me, because I couldn't bear to see what I might see. I'm really still in prison, and my love, she holds the key. A simple yellow ribbon's what I need to set me free. And I wrote and I told her, please. Well, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years, and do you still want me? Well, I think the answer is yes, we still want them. And the irony is the lady who is freaking out, she was the one who was writing letters to her twin, and he wasn't responding. So I think that is your sign. All right, hope that helps. Take care. Bye.